Hello everyone, this is Benjamin Ramirez. This is a 12th game that I'm recording. I'm not sure if this is going to go through or not because of space, but I'm going to try. Alright, for this I'm not familiar with it too much, but I simply just develop my knight and go to d4 and try to trade. That's usually what I normally do. Since I don't understand this opening very much, or whenever I don't understand opening, I like to trade pieces and try to go into the end game, because if it gets too complicated, I just lose. So all right, bishop. Now if I move my bishop and he moves knight to c6, I can't simply capture. He can just move his bishop down, taking my pawn. So from my bishop over e4, he can move his pawn to e5, but then he doesn't have a diagonal no more. Bishop, knight. I think I might just move my pawn to c3 actually. Bishop to c4. Knight to b5. Okay, I like some idea. Even though I don't understand certain openings, I try to use my best knowledge on tactics of what to do for threats and so forth, and prevent threats. I think that's basically how openings are developed anyways, so. That's my opening group. I normally mute it before playing, but I forgot to do that. So. Okay, so very simple development, very quiet. If I go to queen a4 check, he can lose bishop there. That's not going to be helpful for me. That blocked my bishop from going to f4, knight to b5, and then to c7. So, not that I was going to do it all right away. You want to develop all your pieces, but having those lines are super important. So once you develop, you can just do whatever. I mean, I wasn't going to go f4 anyways, because he was pawn up also to e5, but it was nice thoughts. So c5 is normally very well with bishop in the opening. That's kind of funny. Queen of f3 for scholar's mate, even though it will never happen. Or I probably might need to just for the pawn. I don't want my knight to d2 because of my bishop, so I guess I can do that just for my pawn. And he can lose bishop to also to g4, but yeah. Oh, I can't go to f4 for the same reasons I couldn't want my bishop to f4. So okay, so Well, I can go to e3. Normally I can't. The reason why I normally can't, and it's difficult, is because bishop to h6. But he already moved his knight, so that's actually fine for me right now. Okay. With all this movement, I'm thinking about just moving my pawns. Just marching up with my pawns. F4, H3. I really think I should. If I'm moving my pawns, I might want to move my knight to D2 first. That way I can move my F pawn, F4, then knight to F3. So I'm gonna do that. I just want to start attacking his king side now. My knight isn't doing anything there. So, but if I trade, he can move to D5. I capture with my pawn. He recaptures. My bishop would have to go to the B1 diagonal. B1, B, H7. All right, so actually B1 H7 diagonal isn't too bad because I plan on marching my pawns up. So I'm gonna go through with that. That's perfectly fine. I plan on marching my pawns up, and if we do those trades, like I said, with those pawns, then I'll just have my bishop on the B1 H7 file and try to break away this pawn structure and use my bishop and knight work together. So that works just fine for me. My king might go to E2 at some point. Alright, that's fine. I don't see why he did that. If I go G4, knight goes back, then F5, he captures his pawn, I capture with my pawn. I'm gonna do this first. I didn't fully think it out, but I believe it would work. If I go E5 instead, and he captures and I recapture, he has to move his knight, and he doesn't have any, he had to move it backwards. No good squares for it. I am thinking about G5. If he moves his knight back where he had it, I can move my bishop to E2. Maybe capture it, maybe? He takes, move pawn up, pawn. I really want to destroy his pawn structure, but I don't. But if I completely fail, I'll be completely vulnerable. So I want to make sure that I can do that properly. Now I can't do h4. He has two pieces attacking g4 file, so I mean g4 square. One, bam, bam. If I chase his knight off to the e8 square, even though it's considered bad, it would be defending his king. So it might be good. He moves bishop out the way, put the knight there. I don't want to help him. So I'm gonna simply move my knight right here. I just realized if I push his knight back, then he can easily put the knight on the g7 file. I mean g7 square. I'm defending his king, so no reason to push it back right now. So game 11 was Roy Lopez. This one was I'm not sure. Alright, well, alright. Alright, I'm gonna push his knight back. He's starting to gain some type of ground that I don't want him to have. So, well, that would have been a defender if he moved it back. So, I'm thinking I maybe should take it, because that would be a defender that I'd be taking. Yes, I will. My bishop is kind of useless with all his pawns on the light squares, and the way they're chained up, I wouldn't be able to use it for attacking against the king. So definitely wanted to get rid of that. So I'm gonna defend this, and then I'm gonna just move my pawn up, my h pawn, to attack. Might as well. I might at some point move my king to either e2 or f2 at some point. My bishop and then my rook over. Because of his bishop placement, I'm thinking f2 would be better, because his light square bishop. If he has his bishop on, let's say b5, for example, that would be check, and I'd rather avoid that. He can't do anything with his black square bishop, so black square is kind of good right now. Alright, I'm gonna move my king over to f2 first before I do anything else. Then my bishop to d2, rook to g1, then my pawns up. Or I can leave my rook where it's at, since I'm not 100% sure if it belongs on g1 or not. he moves his pawn down, if I capture, he can just take my knight. And if I capture his bishop, his queen can call it jack. My bishop can block it, but he can take my e-pawn. He can actually do some serious damage with d4. I'd have to take it with my queen, I think. That'd be the only way to... It'll slow down my attack, I think. Trading queens in this position. Yeah, if I take my pawn, it will do some serious damage, so... d4 I'd take with my queen. I mean, if I was him, I'd go for it, just in case, you know. Okay, I was not expecting that. I was expecting d4. He may be trying to push his rooks behind his pawns, which is very normal. He moves pawn to d4. Let's say if his rook is back there and he moves pawn down. I can always just move my... No, if I move my queen to f4, he capture my knight. I capture his bishop. And then the pawn's left undefended. Excuse me. Pawn's attacked. Defended twice, attacked twice. He can easily remove my defender, my knight. If I move my knight to d4, for example, if he takes my pawn with his bishop, I can take his bishop with my knight. And if he captures, I capture. So I'm going to do that. It looks like a free pawn, but it's not. It's he'll lose a piece. Okay. So I'll just go back, I guess. No point in giving my pawn up for free. And if he goes back and forth, then it'll just be a draw. I'm not 100% sure how to force something from here. If he moves pawn down, I capture. And if he moves his bishop over to c6, mine will go on c3. he's doing that first. Back to a similar position. I know some people are annoyed with drawing the games. I'm fine with it if I don't see an actual way to force a win. It doesn't bother me at all. Hope he's fine with it. Unless, if he's not, he'll do something different. So, there's something different. Okay. Now, if he moves his pawn down, I have to capture with my pawn. So I'm going to defend this one. So he has 8 defense, he's not completely out the loop. Alright, I think I'm able to march my H-pawn up pretty soon. Something I wanted to do ages ago. Kylo, are you playing music or is that your mom?
I'm playing music.
Alright, if we play music and I'm doing a video, YouTube sometimes take down videos for music because they say it's copyright. Alright, so alright, I don't see any reason why not to. Oh, that's the reason why not to. Oh, actually, it's not gonna work. Okay. For a second, I thought I missed something. Every time I get distracted, I think that I messed up, but hopefully this game finishes soon. We were supposed to play some Xenopoly with the wife and kids, so. Alright, so let's see. Okay. I'm not sure what he's trying to get at. If he moves his rook to d8, his b rook, his pawn down, if I capture. Yeah, I don't see what he's trying to do. I think it's too many moves. I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay. If I move my pawn down and then my queen to f4, he can move his bishop to e7, stopping me. Now, can I do anything about a bishop on e7? No, I have too many pawns on black squares on that side, so I can't wear him away. Now, if I capture the pawn now, he can capture with f pawn and maybe even target my king. You know, if I go to h6 and he moves bishop to e7, preventing that, my queen to f4, it is very possible. I have a queenside majority pawn, so I can actually block. I'm gonna lock that in. If he wants to prevent the checkmate, he can prevent the checkmate, and then I'll move my rook over to the queen side. Everything over here will be blocked in, so I feel comfortable, and I have more pawns on this side. I don't see a reason of why not trying to do that. Okay. I was gonna go to queen f4, but if he does queen e2, I won't be able to capture. I have to move my queen. Actually, I don't. Do I even have to capture? I'm gonna go here. If he wants to trade, he might. Right now, trading pieces would be awesome for me, making it simple and with the, like I said, queenside majority pawns. That'll be good. My whole game I played over here, so he might not consider that. He might. Alright, that's what I wanted. Now I can march my pieces up and try to win.
So you done playing?
Playing what?
Person you're playing?
Huh?
So you done playing with the person you're playing?
Oh, I finished up this game and then we can do that.
Because I wanted to do Monopoly somehow.
I know. After this game, I won't play him anymore. I already did one with him. He wanted a rematch, and I didn't want to just say no. supposed to play against him. I prepared a Kyokuin defense and some English studying to play against him. Alright, I guess I'll keep attacking and trying to push my pawn somehow. I'm not exactly sure where my pieces should be placed right here. I thought I can just march everything up, but he blocked it off. I guess my rook on h3 would allow my other rook to move over. I mean, he has to move his rook. Pawn defended once. This will defend it twice. Then it'll allow me to take his pawn on a7 unless he defends it, which I'm pretty sure he will. And then after that, I guess he did not. He's attacking, so I'll defend it before moving over. Okay, he blocked that off. I think of a continuation that would actually be, I have a knight, everything's closed in. Usually they're pretty good. If I can get my knight to g4, then I can move it up. F1, a3, g4. Okay, I have nothing else really to do. So I'll go back to this. Alright, I was not thinking about that. Alright, I should probably just resign. My kids want me to play a different game, so. Alright. Good game. Oh, I forgot to turn out the video. Just like and subscribe. Sorry about that. All right.